All right, everybody, good morning. Welcome back in the Golden Tea Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is an exciting week. It is World Championship week for both arcade and mobile. So much to talk about. PGA Tour games are popping up throughout the U.S., and I believe Canada soon as well. Lots of exciting stuff going on. Almost content overload, but that's a good problem for both me and you. Tons for you guys to check out at goldentea.com and at goldentea on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. Agave Ranch, today's Monday Mixup, part of our throwing back to previous years of Golden Tea Live. That was hole 10, a par 3. This is hole 14, drivable par 4, $950. Woo! Cutting it close near those cacti. $950 in the prize pool today. $156, almost $157 top prize. And you're probably going to see me in this same outfit for a lot of videos this week because we leave for the World Championship in Las Vegas on Wednesday to get a start on everything. Setting up machines at the Westgate, setting up for Golden Tea Mobile, helping Andy Kuhlman and his production team set up everything for the live event and the live stream. So a lot going on. So you'll probably see me in the same shirt for Monday Mix-Up, Classic Course of the Week, which ironically enough, this was not planned, but it's kind of hilarious. Desert Valley Resort is this week's Classic Course of the Week for prizes, or at least that's what a little birdie told me. We'll get to that later this afternoon, but just a lot going on. If you are traveling to the World Championship, if you're heading to Las Vegas Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever the case may be, to play in either mobile or arcade, excited to finally have this event. Looking forward to seeing everybody again. Quick question for those of you, if you're not traveling to Las Vegas, why not? Still open spots. There are at least 2 open spots on the mobile side. There is now 8 official spots open on the arcade side. A few more may come up. Again, people's work schedules, family, lifestyle, whatever the case may be, things come up. People have to drop out last minute. And as sad as we are to have players drop out who can't make it, it's an opportunity for those of you to go out there and travel, play in our closest to the pin. Old school rules apply for Fridays, both qualifier closest to the pin and the non-qualifier, where you guys are going to be competing for World Championship spots. And when I say old school rules, I mean it is not... Oh, is that a hole in one? Yes. That's exactly what you're going to do or hope to do Friday in Las Vegas during the closest to pin contest. But like I said, now officially 8 spots open, which means 8 more qualifiers are going to join us Friday night at Pavilions 9 through 11 at the Westgate in Las Vegas. When I say old school rules, I mean it is not just best total distance. It is closest to the pin at its core. So just like that, if I was playing against my good friend Dave Sandmeyer from Team Wisconsin, and that was hole 9, would I just hit a hole in one on there? If he was a foot away, but I hit a hole in one on 9, guess what? Hole in one beats a foot away. That means I win. Now, of course, you have to win more than one contest to get down to those 8, 9, 10, whatever the case may be, qualifying spots. But we had 122 people show up at the Orleans on Friday night a few years ago in 2019, and we had 2 spots. Now, granted, things are a bit different these days with travel restrictions and family and COVID and work and all that, but I fully expect to hit at least 100 people there, and if I don't get that, I'm going to be really sad. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to be very sad, but regardless of how many people we have in that tournament, we are going to qualify more people for the Arcade World Championship. $30,000 in prizes for the Mobile World Championship on Thursday and Friday, and then $145,000 in prizes for the Arcade World Championship. So all 96 qualifiers, please don't go in the water. Oh, that feels so much better. It went from going in the water to almost GSPs. $145,000 in prize, $30,000 top prize to our 2022 Arcade Golden Tee World Champion. Everybody gets paid out. Double elimination contest, both in the championship bracket and in the silver bracket. So a couple of years ago we did single elimination. A handful of people did not even play. They just got paid out a small amount. Now you get to play at minimum 2 games in the Arcade World Championship on either bracket. So looking forward to that fringe bounce. That's pretty nice. But looking forward to seeing who's going to show up and who's going to step up. Is somebody like Clint Grover or George Von Kay or Chris Wangler going to make a run? Or is it somebody like Evan Gossett? Paul Luna, Evan Gossett's former world champion. Paul Luna is not, but Paul Luna's had one hell of a run the last couple of years at national tournaments. Andy Haas out of Ohio, of course, 2-time world champion. No pressure to him, but Greg Kinsler, another 2-time world champion, although he's not playing as much, had an impressive run a couple of years ago in 2019. And you cannot count out Mark Stenmark, 2-time world champion, 2017, 2019 world champion, who, by the way, did not play much before the 2019 World Championship, and guess what? He won it. So we'll see how his mindset is and how his play is going into later this week, but you never know. Anything really can happen at these World Championships. And let's be honest, if you guys don't come and claim these spots, that means I've got to play in the tournament, and I don't know if you guys really want me to win. Oh, that chip was terrible, but thankfully the cup got in the way. So, a lot of World Championship talk, but it's needed. It's going to be a really fun week ahead for everybody. But if you've never been to a World Championship, I promise you it is absolutely worth it. It's going to be a lot of fun, whether you're qualified or not. After the events each day, we'll have some time for open play. So if you're new to the game, maybe you're not a qualifier, jump in there when the event's over and play with people like The Mouth or Paul Luna or Chris Wangler, all these other guys. Get games in. All it's going to do for you is, at worst, teach you a few more tricks and upset your husband or wife for playing more Golden Tee because you're better now. I didn't like that shot, so it's probably going in the water. Should have hit it harder. Thought I was going to maybe get through an entire video while flapping my lips a lot without going in the water. But instead, we're going to do it twice on the same hole and then get an even crappier drop after. So there goes a good game, but that's all right. I don't want to be on the leaderboard. Too much trouble. That is, of course, hole 18, which with the newer tees of the 2019 courses is drivable. Good luck. It's actually not that bad of a setup. I just hit a really, really bad shot. Speaking of bad shots, let's see if I can recover on the last 3 holes of today's Monday Mix-Up on Agave. Hole 16 is actually hole 3, the very first par 3 of the course, typically. Really short look, so you might need to get a little crafty there with the type of club you hit, but nothing too hard. Hole 17, this is number 5, also a drivable hole. I'm going to float a little 3-wood in there. I'm going to cut this around the rocks. I said around the rocks. Around the rocks. Nope, we're in the dirt. This is also why you don't want me playing in the World Championship, because I would stink up the joint. Also, you don't want to get in the mud because, as you can tell, it sucks. Actually, there's nothing nice to say about it. It's terrible. Don't get in the mud. Just hit a high T5 wood. Don't try to get cute like I did. And then Agave Ranch, hole number 2 to end things. Unfortunately, not the drivable or semi sort of drivable look that you may get here, but not bad for a hole out either. And because I'm playing terribly today, We are just going to hit a 3 hybrid. Try to chip it. Why not? It was worth the shot. So, goldentee.com/locations to find a 2021 Golden Tee or a PGA Tour game near you. Like I said, a lot of them showing up across the U.S. Livewire has been updated so you can specifically search for PGA Tour games. The new GT PGA Tour Caddy app will also be a good resource for you. You can search for not only PGA Tour, but legacy games, as well as Power Putt and Silver Strike. Again, we will hopefully see you guys. It is what, Monday? See you in Vegas on Thursday, maybe Friday. 7 p.m. Pacific time is the cutoff for closest to the pin, and we hope to see you guys there.